Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to the podcast. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found this space. This is where we speak honestly, deeply, and without filters about the realities shaping our lives. Today's episode is called The Economy of Ordinary People. And I need you to lean in for this one because we hear about economies rising and falling, markets shifting, policies changing. We scroll past it, we nod, we move on. But behind every economic headline is a human story. And that's what we're unpacking today. Have you ever noticed how the news talks about the economy like it's some giant machine floating above our lives? Markets up, inflation down, GDP rising, policies shifting. But tell me something. When was the last time a headline captured the sleepless night of a father calculating school fees at midnight? When did the stock market graph ever show a graduate refreshing their email hoping for just one job offer? Tonight, we're not talking about numbers. We're talking about people. Let's be real. The word economy sounds technical, distant, complicated. It sounds like something discussed in boardrooms, parliament halls, or global conferences. But the economy isn't abstract, it's personal. It's the mother standing in a supermarket aisle, comparing prices twice before putting something back on the shelf. It's the small business owner calculating whether they can afford to keep their only employee for one more month. It's the young graduate who did everything right, studied hard, sacrificed, believed in the promise, but still can't find work. We hear the economy is improving. Improving for who? Because if rent keeps rising, if food keeps getting more expensive, if opportunities shrink, then for the ordinary person, the economy doesn't feel like it's rising. It feels heavy. And here's the truth nobody says loudly enough. Money isn't just numbers. Money is security. Money is dignity. Money is the difference between sleeping peacefully and staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. Think about it. When a father worries about school fees, he's not thinking about GDP growth percentages. He's thinking about his child's future. When a graduate searches for work, they're not analyzing global trade flows. They're asking, did my effort mean anything? When a business owner tries to survive another month, they're not debating fiscal policy theory. They're asking, can I keep my doors open? Behind every statistic is someone holding their breath. We talk about productivity, but not exhaustion. We talk about inflation, but not hunger. We talk about unemployment rates, but not hopelessness. And that's dangerous. Because when systems ignore ordinary people, inequality grows. And when inequality grows, society fractures. When the gap between the powerful and the struggling becomes too wide, trust begins to disappear. People lose faith not just in systems, but in fairness itself. And once people stop believing the system works for them, frustration builds. You see it in conversations, you feel it in families, you hear it in silence. Because economic injustice doesn't just affect wallets, it affects relationships, it affects mental health, it affects dreams. A young person who believes there is no opportunity stops dreaming big. A hardworking parent who feels stuck begins to doubt themselves. A small entrepreneur who keeps failing due to forces beyond their control starts wondering if they're the problem. But what if the problem isn't individual failure? What if the problem is structural unfairness? What if the rules of the game were never designed equally? This is why fairness matters. Not charity, not sympathy. Fair wages, fair access to education, fair opportunities, fair systems. Because economic justice is human justice. It means recognizing that a thriving society isn't measured only by stock indexes or foreign investments. It's measured by whether ordinary people can live with dignity. Can they afford housing? Can they access healthcare? Can they educate their children? Can they dream without fear? A strong economy should not just create wealth. It should create stability. It should create mobility. It should create hope. And hope is powerful. When people believe effort leads somewhere, when they believe the system isn't rigged, when they believe tomorrow can be better, they work harder, they innovate, they build, they contribute. But when hope disappears, so does motivation. So the next time you hear about markets rising or policies changing, I want you to ask a deeper question. Who is this helping? Because the true measure of an economy is not how well the top is doing. It's how secure the bottom feels. If ordinary people are constantly anxious, stretched, exhausted, then something isn't working. And conversations like this matter. Because awareness is the beginning of change. We need to humanize economic discussions. We need to center dignity in policy debates. We need to remember that behind every headline is someone's life story. And maybe you're listening to this thing, this is my story. Maybe you're the graduate still searching. Maybe you're the parent still calculating. Maybe you're the entrepreneur still pushing. I want you to hear this clearly. Your struggle is not invisible. Your effort is not meaningless. And your dignity is not negotiable. The economy isn't just charts and reports. It's you, it's your family, it's your daily fight to survive and thrive. And you matter in that equation. Always. If this episode resonated with you, if you've ever felt the weight of the economy in your own life, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, how has the economy affected you personally? Let's make this space real, honest, human. If you found value in this conversation, don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this reminder. Because the more we talk about these realities, the harder it becomes to ignore them.